What's up, everybody? We are here in my garage, and sorry the fan's on because I don't know. If I turn it off, it just stops working. So we are out here working on my off-road camper. It is a mess. I'm getting ready for a trip. My current project is getting batteries tied down somewhere. I have sort of a bad idea for that, but it might work. And then getting all of these goodies hooked up onto a board that size. This was the temporary setup that I had in here. Basically the batteries fit in here and that held everything upright. I had some of this stuff mounted on the board, but now I need to get all of this stuff mounted on the board so I can be ready for the trip. The things that I'm running into are, one, I don't currently want to put new holes in the trailer yet, so I'm trying to figure out a way to single tie down point for the batteries so I can possibly get rid of a bunch of this. I just need a small platform to keep this upright, or finding a way to kind of mount it. I can put it in. I want it removable. I'm not sure how I'm going to make that happen yet. I have no idea what I'm doing. Welcome to the channel. So, current thoughts on battery tie down. Somebody can tell me if it's a bad idea later. I can change stuff later. I'm literally just trying to get ready for this trip. Mounting a single piece of plate or wood across, and then running tie down from wood to wood or plate to plate up and over the batteries, and essentially using the batteries to hold their own weight down, and just using that as my central point to keep the batteries from sliding around. That's problem one. Problem two is I'm waiting on my shunt and my battery monitoring system. It's on its way. I ordered one. It came yesterday. It was the wrong one. So I ordered one again. It should be on its way. It should be here today. So for now, oh yeah, and charger. So I've got to get all of this stuff, that charger, onto this board somehow, because that is essentially how much room I have to fit in this hole. And wanting it removable makes things trickier, because I don't want to crawl in and out of the trailer to access stuff. I want to be able to get to it. There are thoughts to making it almost swing out, which I kind of like that idea. I just have to figure out how to make that work, because it's got to sit back far enough that I can still pivot in and out. I might play with that idea. So I'm going to play with some ideas. I'm going to take this apart a bit and see if I can maybe figure out a way to hinge it. Actually, that might wait for later. Sorry, by the way, my name is Paul. I have ADHD and probably undiagnosed autism, and I'm a little bit all over the place. So welcome to the channel again. I know I said it a minute ago, but I'm going to brainstorm some ideas and see if I can come up with a plan. So we'll be back as soon as I got some kind of a plan going. Alright, so I think I've got a plan. Likely that we're going to mount something like this down. Back end of the battery sits on here. I'm going to put two little hooks on either side. Bolt this down onto the existing bolt that attaches the cab to the frame, and then run a strap over the top of the batteries for now. I feel like that's likely going to work. Probably. Oh, forgot to also mention, which I'll probably mention at some point more than once. This entire setup is being done on a budget. Like, the budget being I have no money. Like, I have money to pay my bills, barely, but no money is coming in. So I'm having to figure out how to do all this stuff with no additional money. So for now, doing this on the as cheap as possible budget. And the hopes are, this probably is going to be a little small for that. I can always drill it out a bit. It's just conduit tubing, so I think I'm gonna use that to hook onto for just a standard tie down strap. Feel like that probably shouldn't cause any problems. Alright, well, that hole fits that hole. I want this to be here, so I think I'm gonna try to drill this out. I've got a small vise somewhere that I've got to find that's not attached to anything correctly, so I can drill this out. I'll use a step up bit, step down bit, whatever you want to call them. Step bit, I guess they're just called step bits. Drill this out a bit more so it fits around here, or the bolt fits through here, and then we'll go from there. Found my sketchy little vise on a block to get this mounted in and try to drill it out a bit. I know you're probably not supposed to use these with an impact, but I mean, impacts have saved my fingers so many times, so I'm gonna keep using the impact. This would help if I found out what size that was. Made the hole a little big, but I think we're good. All right, so that was quick and easier than I thought. Let's get this thing stuck in there. All right, we're back inside. That is still a little bit warm, but that's okay. Also, probably should not bolt this down all the way because I need to find a bolt and a nut to attach the other hook on the other side. So we'll be back. Sorry, jumped ahead a little bit. Went ahead and got this one attached. Found a bolt, run that over that way. Pretty sure I want this one in. That one I ran out because I'm not quite sure where the battery needs to go. And run this bolt back down. A little sad, I'm so used to working in the metric world that working with non-metric parts has been a little bit weird. But I don't have parts to switch it out with metric parts right now, so we're not switching it out. Which means I also have to use like manual tools because everything else that I own is metric. I know it's an old reference, but thanks, Obama. Slide this all the way over, hold this in place, ratchet on the bottom side. I don't know how tight it's meant to be, and actually I was a little surprised on how loose it was when I took it off. So we are going to also run around before this trip, make sure all the rest of those are tight. But for now, let's slide the batteries in place. They're really heavy. I was really impressed before when I had just one, but now that there's three, becomes heavy. One is very light. Also, I couldn't imagine doing this with lead acid batteries. So these are all lithium iron phosphate batteries, which I bought when I had money. I miss having money. I'd like to go back to having money again. So please subscribe to the channel. I'm laughing because I've been doing YouTube for a while, but I've always kind of done it for my own fun, which isn't going to change, by the way. But hopefully you guys are having fun with me and my struggles. I'm struggling a lot. It's okay. Let's go find the strap and let's get these batteries strapped down. Alright, way more strap than I need. We are going to be a little bit echoey because they're in the camper. So let's get these batteries strapped in. Did you say strap in or strap on? If you know that reference, let me know down in the comments below. Everything's a mess. I probably should have untangled this beforehand. Something you should know about me, I'm not an actor. My production value sucks. And I'm generally not that funny. So for those of you who want to stick around and watch me fail miserably at trying to build out this trailer with no plan and no budget, welcome to the carnival. Sorry, that was probably a little bit loud. Alright, this side is going on this side. And then I should probably undo all of this because I don't know what's happening here. There we go. Forget how to use these things. Swing this around. Hey, tell me if I'm getting close to the other hook. Hey, you guys can't see it either. So my theory is that literally I can pull really hard and it's going to lift the other side, but the batteries are heavy enough to push back down because the strap is also pushing down while pulling up, and something about Newton's law of equal and opposite reactions. That's my educated scientific guess for the day. Probably have a few more, but for this one I didn't know what else to do, so this is what we're going with. This untangled, because nobody wants twisties in their strap unless you're intentionally putting a twist in your strap. But this is going to be inside, so it's not going to get wibbly wobbly. Wibbly wobbly? I like wibbly wobbly. Timey wimey. I might spout out a couple movie and TV show references from time to time. By golly, I think it worked. Alright, so I've got all this extra strap to go somewhere. I think I'm just going to stuff it behind the batteries. Don't worry about that. You saw nothing. Nothing else. I've secured the batteries. Alright, now for the part that's actually going to be difficult, which is possibly figuring out a way to get my... Hello. Possibly figuring out a way to get my inverter wall and my charge everything, my power wall. That's the word I'm looking for. Trying to get the power wall in the doorway that I'm currently sitting in a way that I can access behind it. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I think at this point I need something that's just going to work for now because I need to go on this trip. I know it's very dark here. Let's see. Wow, jeez. Hi everybody, hopefully you can see me very well because I can't see anything. I have camera lights and some fun stuff, but I don't have them out here with me. Anyway, moving on to the next problem. Let's go check that out. Video editor Paul here, just popping in to say that we are actually going to end this video here. I have been working on this for a little while and realized that we are well over an hour into what essentially was the first day of me starting to film for getting stuff ready for the trip. So we're gonna cut it here, and then we will be back to see the progression of the solar wall in the next video. So look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.